McCarthy yesterday on Hannity, I believe it was, on Fox News, said that he was. Let me state this clearly. Let me get this right. That the hearings that James Comer is running in the House, the House Oversight Committee, and the weaponization hearings that Jim Jordan is running in the House, where they keep telling us that they're going to bring in IRS whistleblowers and other federal whistleblowers who have proof, I'll tell you, proof that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden took $10 million in bribes. It was $5 million 2 weeks ago. Now it's up to 10. Next week it'll probably be 30. It's still, a long way from the $2 billion that Jared got. But anyhow, that is, and every time they say it, and then their witnesses ghost them or don't show up or turn out to be Chinese spies who are on the lam. There literally has never been any actual evidence presented. The closest they got to it was reading out loud an FBI interview form where the FBI interviewed this criminal in Ukraine who said, oh, yeah, we tried to bribe Biden and his son Hunter, or we did bribe the, and this guy now won't back up what he said. All they've got is the FBI form from the interview, and it was just an interview. And the guy was a foreign national. He was not under oath. He couldn't be prosecuted for lying, and he was aligned with Vladimir Putin. This is literally all they've got. But they want to impeach Biden anyway. Kevin McCarthy, he said that the business dealings by the Biden family member is rising to a level of impeachment inquiry. Jamie Harrison, the head of the DNC, responded. He said, they're trying to distract us from their lack of any meaningful agenda and Trump's own significant challenges. Gee, you think? And so get ready for, phase 2 of the insanity hearings. David Weiss, I was going to say Eric Weiss. David Weiss was a U.S. attorney appointed by Donald Trump who conducted the investigation into Hunter Biden and actually ended up recommending prosecution of Hunter Biden. And they did prosecute him, and he did plead guilty to tax evasion and possession of a gun while using drugs. He pled guilty. And this guy who is a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney is, kind of on the record saying, yeah, well, we nailed him, and that was all there was. There was no big bribery thing. There was, he didn't pay his taxes, and he has since paid his taxes. But Jim Jordan has subpoenaed him to come before the House Judiciary Committee. And now the federal government is warning Jim Jordan about basically don't take our witness, don't take David Weiss, and try to turn him into something he's not. On July 21st, Jordan sent a letter saying that he wanted to interview Weiss, and the department said, okay, we'll work this out with you. And then Jordan issues a subpoena. And the department pushes back and says any attempts at compulsory process, that's a subpoena, are unjustified and premature. The committee authorized subpoenas less than 1 business day after your July 21 letter and before the stated deadline in that letter. During a staff discussion last week, the department and the committee agreed to continue discussions. In other words, we're willing to work all this stuff out with you. Well, now David Weiss is going to testify. And again, the DOJ is saying, please don't put words in this guy's mouth. And don't mischaracterize what he's saying. Now, they know that that's exactly what Jim Jordan is going to do. Because it's all about, it's not about the truth. It's not about uncovering, secret information or anything. It's about getting that perfect 20-second soundbite for Fox News to run on a continuous loop for 3 days to gin up Republican outrage and justify impeaching Joe Biden. It's totally weird.